Sam Bliss.
Dad!
Zoe? You all right? Where the hell are you? Zoe?
Okay, cheers.
Did she see the attack?
No, sir, just the victim.
And no one else, no suspect?
No, afraid not. But she was pretty shaken up. I don't know, something might come back to her.
Where is she now?
Her father's bringing her in. She'll be here any minute.
And you're absolutely certain it's our bloke, yeah?
Got to be. Everything matches up with the last 6 attacks. Young woman on her own at night, tape on the mouth. Only this time he cut her up.
Very friendly. I'll find him anyway. You might look out for him.
Dr. Bliss?
You got any brown jackets?
Dr. Bliss? Yeah. Detective Constable Paula White.
Have you found her?
If you'd like to come through with me, I'll take you into the interview.
But you've got to find her.
Yeah, we really can't talk about this here.
Sorry, Detective Inspector Alan Devereux.
Right, listen to me. She's on the train from Fairfax to London. The 11:16. She's hurt, really hurt.
I've got every available officer on the case. Don't worry, we'll find her.
No, you've got to do it now. Yeah. She's bleeding to death.
Are you sure you didn't see anyone else? Anyone at all? Nobody got off the train? Maybe further up the platform?
I told you I didn't see anyone, just her.
Did you hear anything?
No.
Okay. Let's go back to the beginning. You got to the station at about, what, 11:10? A few minutes before the train arrived, yes?
Yeah.
Was there anyone else on the platform?
No, just me.
Okay. Train came in, right? It slowed down. And then what happened?
I opened the door. And it was awful. There was blood everywhere. And this woman was lying there. And I didn't know what to do.
Look, is this really necessary?
I'm sorry, sir, but we've got to catch this guy before he does it again.
Where exactly was the carriage? Nearer the front of the train or the back?
Closer to the back. It stopped opposite the clock. The door was at one end. And no one got off. And I opened the door and there was this woman about 30. She had blood all over her. Her jeans, t-shirt, everywhere. And she had tape over her mouth. And she kept looking up at me. Just staring. And I kept looking at her earrings. She had long silver earrings.
Look, why don't we take a break there, yeah?
Yeah, we're hitching now. Still checking.
Do you think it was him? The Eastford rapist?
I don't know, darling.
Could have been me lying there, couldn't it?
Dr. Bliss? Zoe, you stay here. I just want a quick word with your dad.
It's okay.
Take a seat. Do you trust your daughter?
I'm sorry.
She said she'd been to see a friend tonight.
Yes, Sarah Williams.
Is that a friend from school?
Look, if you want to check, I can give you her parents' number.
We already have. She was there. For a time.
What exactly are you saying?
I'm just trying to establish if Zoe always tells you the truth.
Of course she does.
We didn't find anything. There was no attack on the 11:16 from Fairwick. Transport police stopped every train between King's Lynn and King's Cross. There was no woman, no attack, and no blood.
I didn't make it up.
No? Then where's the evidence?
I don't know. It's got to be there. I know what I saw.
You've heard about this man, the Evesford rapist. You probably talked about him with your friends. The whole of Cambridge is talking about him. He's frightened a lot of people.
You're saying I imagined it?
Or maybe you made the whole thing up to get attention.
Dad!
Frankly, I don't really care. What I do care about is having every copper between here and North London on some fool's errand stopping trains. Meanwhile, the rapist is still out there. If I wasn't so busy, I'd do you for wasting police time. What?
You don't believe me either, do you?
I never said that.
You didn't have to.
Darling, you've got to face facts. They searched every train.
So?
So they didn't find anything. Not even a trace. I mean, how do you explain that?
How am I supposed to know? I'm supposed to be the scientist. You explain it.
Zoe, at the party, did you take any drugs?
What?
Okay. Sorry. You have been telling me the truth, though.
No, Dad. I just said I'd seen a body because I had nothing else to do tonight.
And I thought that I got in early.
Graham,
I'm impressed. The malaria field trials.
well, if you miss this rainy season, we'll have to wait for another year.
Still, the thing about an early start is you can afford a decent lunch break. How about us going to the Grange?
We can't, Graham,
Why not?
because the past is the past.
I was thinking of the future.
I'm sorry.
I was looking out your old proposal on amantadine. Very promising stuff.
Really?
Yes, you should apply for a grant to take it further.
Are you serious?
Got a great future. It's what I wanted to talk to you about over lunch, but another time, maybe.
Dad.
Hiya. How are you feeling?
Okay. Oh, it's nearly 9. Why didn't you wake me? I'll be late.
I know, but I don't want you to go to school today.
Don't be silly.
I've already spoken to Mr. Taylor, said you're not coming. You've had a very bad shock.
I made one up. I don't know. It doesn't seem real today.
Well, we can talk about that after breakfast. I'm not going to work either.
Don't be stupid. You never miss work.
I don't want you to be on your own.
I want to be on my own. I need time to think this through. Honestly. When I go to work, I'll be fine.
All right. But if you go out, you take a cab.
No, I'm not going anywhere.
I'll be back lunchtime.
Can you make you a sandwich?
I'll hold you to that.
I'm pretty sure she's not lying. She really thought she saw something.
Well, I know it sounds crazy, but I suppose it's not unheard of.
Meaning?
Girls of that age seeing things, having visions.
Just a phase she's going through, right?
No, but it's not without precedent. Young girls thinking they've seen the Virgin Mary or the devil or whatever. History's full of them.
Zoe saw a brutal murder, not the Mother of God.
Yes, but with all this stuff in the papers about the use of rapist, maybe it triggered something.
So what are you suggesting? She made it all up?
In a way, I think.
Sorry. Yep. No, Mary, put him through. I need to speak to him.
Mike, hi. I was going to call you, actually. No, I've got the review copy. I just don't think I'm going to have time to read it. That's why I was going to call you. Look, Mike, I've got real problems at home at the moment. I know this is incredibly unprofessional, but...
Is there somebody that could possibly cover for me tomorrow night on the radio show?
Yeah. No, I understand. It's fine. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. I'm sure. Okay.
Zoe, it's Richard. Don't put the phone down.
Hello, Cambridge 232480. If you'd like to leave a message for the Bliss family, please do so after the tone.
Zoe, I know you're there. Don't move, I'm coming round.
No, please, just leave me alone. I just want to forget what happened. Hello? Richard?
So we have acidity, alkalinity, and molarity. Oh, hello, Zoe. Thought you were ill.
I'm feeling better.
Great. Well, we're on chapter 11. Shall you show her the notes? Right. So, as I was saying, acidity, alkalinity, and molarity. Now, last week we covered acidity, which, surprise, surprise, leaves us with alkalinity and molarity. Now, today's experiment is going to show how to measure the alkaline content of any given solution. Now, what would be a good solution to use? Very good. Anything else? Anyone? Yes. Zoe? Zoe? Are you all right? Zoe? Zoe?
Yes, I agree, Amanda Dean's promising. I just don't think I can spare Melanie at the moment.
I think it would be good if she had her own project.
It's a little patronising, isn't it?
It's no more patronising than you keeping her under your wing the whole time. It wouldn't be a full-time commitment, not to begin with anyway. She'd just need a little time to flesh out the proposal.
You know we're pushed for time as it is.
Yes, I've been looking at your workload. Certainly pack it in. Chairman of this committee, sitting on that one. Then there's the radio show and the odd column.
Right. I hear what you're saying.
Let's just say that there is room for efficiencies. And if some time could be freed up, then Melanie could have a crack at her own project. Just a suggestion.
Sorry to interrupt. Sam, Zoe's school just called.
What do they want? I already told them she was sick.
Well, she obviously went in and then felt worse. She ran off. They think she's gone home.
I don't get this. I thought I told her to stay at home. Sorry, Graham.
Great.
Zoe. All right, honey. What happened? Why did you go to school?
It's something I didn't tell you about last night. No should mean no, shouldn't it?
Of course it should.
I went out with my friend Sarah last night. I didn't end up with her. I ended up with this bloke. He was a friend of Sarah's. Well, a friend of her boyfriend, actually. And we were supposed to go to a pub, but then he said he had drinks and stuff at his flat, and it was silly to spend money. So he ended up at his place. Anyway, because Sarah wanted me to.
What happened to her?
We had a drink, and then she said she had to go. But Richard, this bloke, asked if I'd like a coffee, and then he'd get me a cab. He was going to pay for it and everything, and I thought he was being sweet. And it meant I wouldn't have to bother you.
It's no bother. You know that.
Anyway, he didn't call the cab, even when I kept asking. And then he tried to kiss me. And I told him to stop, but he wouldn't. He said I wanted it, really. Got really frightened. And then he pushed me onto the bed and got on top of me. And I told him to get off, but he wouldn't. I started to panic, and all I wanted to do was get away, so I struggled and struggled, and then I bit him and managed to get free. He didn't rape me dead. I went downstairs, and the next thing I was at the station.
Did he try and follow you?
No, he's the one who's been leaving messages.
He probably just wants to apologise, and maybe I overreacted.
No, darling. No, you were right.
You've had a bad fright. That's probably what this is all about.
You think so?
I'm pretty sure of it.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe you're right. Thank you.
Look, are you sure you're ready to go back?
Yeah, of course. I told you I'm fine. He's probably imagining the whole thing, like I said. Besides, I'm only going to be bored at home.
Look, if anything happens, you feel the slightest bit ill, you call me, all right?
Yes, Dad.
Got my mobile number?
Yeah. And you stop worrying. I'll see you later.
See ya.
Thanks, Dad.
Mary,
Yeah?
do me a favour, would you?
Sure.
I need to trace his name and get hold of him urgently.
Is he a student?
I think he is, yeah.
Well, try the University Records Office.
Great, thanks.
How is she?
I don't know, she seems fine today. Maybe your initial reaction was right. It was fear.
Hello?
I thought you might like to look at this.
Not more stuff from the Ethics Committee.
It's an article by a neurologist at MIT. I found it on the internet. Visionary experience in pubescent girls. He thinks it's to do with the overproduction of adrenaline.
Adrenaline? Well, we know it increases blood flow, allows the muscles to absorb more oxygen, heightens the senses.
It can also interfere with certain enzymes in the brain. Have a serious impact on the central nervous system.
Yes, but does that really explain what happened to Zoe?
Well, in excess it might. Look, she was frightened by what happened with Richard. She left in a panic, found herself in an empty station, alone at night. She knew about the Eaveswood rapist. She must have been producing huge amounts of adrenaline.
Sam, sorry, Mel. Here's that information you asked for on Richard Coles. Apparently he works in this video shop in the evenings.
Oh, great. Thanks, Mary. Go on, then.
Well, we know that adrenaline can alter perception. Victims of road accidents report everything slowing down. They can even get the order of events wrong. Adrenaline rapidly breaks down into adrenochrome, particularly, according to him, in adolescent girls.
Adrenochrome.
Or similar to mescaline, a sort of natural LSD.
So you're saying Zoe was in some sort of self-induced drug state? She hallucinated?
He makes a pretty convincing case.
Hi. Richard Cole's on tonight, please.
He should be, but I haven't seen him in a few days.
Right.
Do you want to leave a message?
No. Thanks.
96 and 95.7. This is BBC Radio Cambridgeshire.
Hi, I'm Gaynor Hands, here for Under the Microscope. Sam Bliss.
Dr. Hands. Mike Walker. We spoke on the phone.
Oh, hi, how do you do?
Shall we go?
Yes, great. Lovely.
Team. Oh, have we lost Norman?
No, he's just gone to the car to get some notes.
Gillian, this is Dr. Gaynor Hands from Gibson College. Gillian Manson.
I'm really glad to meet you.
Hello. Now, you were at Princeton, weren't you?
That's right. Plasma Physics Laboratory. I really enjoyed your book, by the way.
I'm sorry I'm late. Hi. Hi, I'm sorry I'm late. Are we all set? Should we go through? Right. Okay. 15 seconds.
It's 8:05, and time for another special edition of Under the Microscope, live from our Cambridge studio, with Dr. Sam Bliss.
Good evening. And around the table this evening, we have Norman Lake, newly appointed editor of Science Today, Gillian Manderson, physicist at CERN, and Dr. Gaynor Hands, author of the highly controversial The Hidden Way, Approaches to the Science of Parapsychology. Dr. Hands, parapsychology, the paranormal, real science, or some kind of arcane alchemy?
Well, it depends what you mean by real science.
Artistic events.
We all know that sporadic phenomena are impossible to examine using conventional methods.
But it's a basic scientific requirement that all experiments are repeatable.
Well, there is some good statistical evidence, repeatable evidence. And take the work on random number prediction, for example. We've shown that subjects were able to repeatedly...
In less than 2 out of 400 tries? 0.5%? That's not really proof, is it?
Scientifically, these results are relevant.
Well,
And anyway, as we all know, the laws of science are changing all the time, particularly in your field, Gillian.
Well, certainly there are isolated incidents, but that hardly answers my question.
In what way doesn't it answer your question?
The lack of proven statistical evidence.
If it wasn't statistically viable, then this sort of research would not be funded by scientific bodies all over the world. I think we've reached a bit of an impasse.
Well, I suppose there are several points to consider here, yes.
Indeed, and perhaps it would be helpful to have a look from another perspective. Einstein.
Yes.
Well, in my book, I write extensively about Einstein and Jung.
Yes, yes, quite.
Synchronicity. Do you remember? Coincidences occurring outside the realm of cause and effect.
There's one question I'd like to ask, if I may. In chapter 8 of your book, which incidentally I enjoyed enormously, you made several hypotheses.
On FM 96 and 95.7, a special report from the newsroom of BBC Radio Cambridgeshire.
Reports are coming in of a knife attack on a London-bound commuter train. Police aren't issuing details, but we understand that the victim was a young woman. Trevor Stevens is at Fairfax station. Trevor.
As far as we know, the possible victim, possibly in her 20s, was discovered...
Good night.
Thanks, Gillian. Night, Norman.
Good night. Well, thank you very much. That was great. If I'd known you'd found the subject matter of my book so contemptible you couldn't be bothered to read it, I certainly wouldn't have bothered to come on your programme. Good night.
Bollocks.
Speculating this is another attack by the so-called Eastwood rapist, although it seems to have...
Mike, turn that up, would you?
The first attack happened 3 months...
Right, finished here.
Well, it's exactly as she described.
obviously you're not under arrest. You're free to leave at any time. But we'd like to keep a record of everything that's said from now on, if that's acceptable.
Sure.
Interview timed at 22:30. Present Dr. Sam Bliss, Zoe Bliss, Detective Inspector Devereux, and Detective Constable White of South Cambridge Police.
Now, Zoe, do you know why you're here?
Yeah.
The murder you described to us 2 days ago happened tonight.
Yeah.
How did you know, Zoe?
I didn't know. I just told you what I saw. What I thought I saw.
Zoe, I'm going to ask you some very simple questions. And I want you to answer as truthfully as you possibly can. Do you know the man who did this?
No.
Maybe through a friend?
No.
A boyfriend?
What?
Look.
He's not the sort of person anyone should protect, Zoe. He's attacked 7 women already. He's got to be caught.
You said you were with someone on the night you came to see me. Someone called Sarah?
Sarah Williams.
Was she the only person you saw that night?
There was this guy. He's called Richard.
Excuse me. You got change for £1?
Oh, I might have, if you want to risk it. Yeah.
Thanks.
I wouldn't recommend the hot chocolate, though. It's not hot, and it doesn't taste of chocolate.
It's Richard.
The victim was a local woman. A nurse at St. Stephen's, Juliet Manning. Did you know her?
No.
Perhaps you bumped into her. Something about her stuck in your memory.
I'd never seen her before.
You see, the description you gave us of the victim was very accurate. Right down to what she was wearing. Right down to her earrings.
I saw her. I described what I saw.
Where are you taking this? Dr. Bliss, we're not taking this anywhere. We're just trying to gather as much information as we can.
Zoe's told you all she knows.
Was she killed with a long, thin knife?
Why do you say that?
Because I saw it. I think I know where it is.
All right, I'm coming.
So it better be worth it. Have you any idea what time I had to set off from Durham? Said you'd give him around tenner.
Tenner?
I'm starving. Bloody buffet on the train wasn't open. So, where's Miss Crystal Ball anyway? Thought you might have seen I hadn't had anything to eat for 4 hours and maybe breakfast.
Louise, this isn't a joke. She's very upset.
Don't believe her, do you?
I don't think she's made it up, no.
So what? You're saying she's Cambridge's answer to Mystic Meg?
Look, just because you can't explain something doesn't mean you have to dismiss it out of hand.
Tad, you're not going all mystical on me, are you? Is there any jam?
You take care of her, will you?
Yeah, yeah.
Don't be hard on her. She's had a tough time.
Don't worry. I've packed my kid gloves.
I'll be at the lab if you need me.
Of course, you do realise my babysitting rates have gone up. None of this 150 and anything you want from the fridge. I want at least £4 an hour.
See you later. Take the washing up with you.
Hi.
Hi.
Have you got a minute?
You've got Dad really worried.
I'm really worried.
It's better not all be a wind-up. I'm missing a bloody good party for this.
You think I wanted to see what I did? Haven't been able to get it out of my head ever since.
You actually saw it?
Yes.
Ooh, spooky.
Isn't it a joke? A woman's dead. And I'm scared of what I'll see next.
I'll make some more tea. Okay?
You don't seriously think it's precognition?
I'm running out of explanations. Hallucinations do not predict the future. This happened.
Yes, but by that you mean by that everything's preordained, that the future's fixed. Contradicts every known law of physics.
I'm trying to account for the evidence. Isn't that what science is all about?
Yes. But it's also about considering the most obvious explanations first.
I've done that.
Have you?
What do you mean? You know I have.
Sam, look, just think logically for a moment. How could she have known all those details? Where the woman was, where the knife was?
What are you suggesting? She's an accessory to murder?
No, of course not. But maybe someone told her. Boasted about it.
She'd have told the police. She'd have told me.
Well, what if they frightened her? She wanted to tell you but couldn't, so she made up this story, said she mysteriously saw it.
Zoe's not like that. You know she's not.
Well, then how do you explain it?
Excuse me.
Yes?
Hi, I'm looking for Gaynor Hans.
Oh, she's just through there.
Right, thanks. Dr. Hans? I just wanted to apologize about the other night. I don't think it was one of my best performances, and I certainly don't think you got a fair hearing.
Oh, I'm used to it. Goes with the job.
EEG?
Brainwave analysis, yes. We're trying to see if there's a link between ESP and certain states of consciousness, the alpha in particular.
Tricky. What's your methodology?
We strip the subject, tie him up, and force him to drink toad's venom.
Tough getting supplies, then. Look, I really am interested.
We teach a simple biofeedback technique. The subject is wired up to the EEG machine to monitor brainwaves. He then simply stares at this display until green dots start to appear above the red dots.
And that's it? How do they know what to do?
Well, strictly speaking, they don't do anything. See, the green dots will only appear when the level of brain activity slows down. Most of them get the hang of it after a few minutes.
And that's the result?
Yes, you see, what we're trying to do is to train them to reduce the level of their brain activity to this alpha state, which is between 12 and 17 cycles per second. It's that state of consciousness that you get just before the moment that you drop off to sleep. But it is also when people are at their most sensitive to ESP experiences.
How can you tell?
Because once they're in this state of alpha, we test them for their ability to predict a series of random numbers.
I see, right. Yeah, right.
Which was all in my book, which you couldn't be bothered to read. So you're probably not here to discuss my work.
I did come here to apologise, but also to ask you to see my daughter.
The blood on the knife matches the victim's. But you knew that, didn't you?
Mm.
So I'll ask you again, Zoe. How? How did you know?
I told you. I dreamt it. Look, I know it sounds mad, but when I saw where the knife was, I went to the station and there was nothing. And then when I heard about the murder, I told Dad, and that's when we found it.
Doesn't it strike you as odd? I mean, you just know where the knife is, and it just happens to be the one used in the murder? What else do you know, Zoe? What else do you just happen to know?
Look, she's telling the truth. Can't you see that?
Sorry, miss. I only see what's in front of me. And right now, I see an accessory to murder. Your friend Richard's story checked out. He was nowhere near the scene. Which leaves just one awkward little fact. You.
You think
I think you know more than you're saying, Zoe. A lot more.
I'm just saying what I saw.
What the hell's going on here?
Dr. Bliss, we've been trying to get hold of you.
What have you been saying to her?
Just asking a few questions.
They think she's involved. They virtually accused her.
Is that true?
We needed to clarify a few points.
Right. Well, you should have spoken to me first, shouldn't you?
With due respect, sir, you weren't here. But now that you are...
Yeah. She's in too much of a state to continue. I presume you're not pressing charges?
No.
Then I suggest you leave. Both of you. Now.
Dr. Bliss, we're just trying to find out what Zoe knows.
I told you everything. I told you. Why doesn't anyone believe me?
All right. We'll need to see her again. I'll be in touch. And if you do remember anything, give us a call, day or night. Understood?
Okay.
You can see their point, though. I mean, you describe a woman being killed on a train, and the next thing it happens. Then you tell them where the knife is, and bingo, it's there. They're gonna be suspicious, aren't they?
Whose side are you on?
I'm just trying to be rational about it. I mean, how do you explain it?
So you think I know something else too?
No, I didn't say that.
Yeah, but it's what you think. I know it is. Everyone does.
Well, what do you expect? I mean, you're claiming to see the future, for goodness sake.
I'm not claiming anything. I'm just saying what I saw.
Dad, tell her.
I don't know. How else do you count for the facts?
No, but she thinks I'm involved, probably thinks I did it.
Of course I don't, but I do think there's something you're not telling us.
Like what?
Well, I don't know, but you must have seen the knife before. It's the only explanation.
No, I didn't.
There's somebody I'd like you to see. Somebody who is an expert in this kind of thing.
What kind of things?
Precognition. Seeing things before they happen.
Please.
Gainer hands.
Dad, this is trash. May as well send her to a tarot card reader.
What do you know? Didn't happen to you.
So you'll give it a try?
I'll give anything a try.
Well, what we're going to do first is we're going to get you to relax a little. Now, you see that screen there? That's monitoring the electrical activity in your brain. Now, at the moment, there's quite a lot of activity because you're fully conscious and because we're talking. So all the dots are red. But when you start to relax a little, Then the activity slows up and a few green dots will appear. And when you're fully relaxed, the brain enters something that we call the alpha state. And when that happens, there'll be more green dots than red, and that's what we're aiming for.
So how do I do that?
You just keep relaxed, keep staring at that screen, and just wishing it to turn green.
Nothing else?
No, that's it. Honestly, it's easier than it looks. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Well, I'll be in there with your dad, but we can speak to you on the intercom, okay?
Okay.
Great. Okay, let's try. All right, Zoe, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Now, just let your mind empty and concentrate on that screen. Right? In the East, it takes years of meditation to get into alpha state at will. We reckon we can teach most people in a morning. But she's good. All right, Zoe, you're doing well. You're now in alpha state. I want you to keep your mind empty, but allow any numbers, up to 100, to float into your consciousness. Now don't force it, just let them drift up, and then tell us what they are. Once she starts, we switch on the random number generator. We then keep track of how many she answers correctly.
40.
28, 11, 7, 16, 52, 98, 70, 13.
She's not getting any of them.
38.
Be patient.
18, 61, 23, 85.
It's 3 in a row.
19.
You quite often get around like
79.
that. The record was 8.
42, 69, 62, 4, 15.
This is incredible.
29, 94, 11, 39. I can see her. I can see her.
It's okay, Zoe. Just relax and concentrate on the screen.
What's happening?
It's coming back to her now, whatever it was she saw. It's all right, Zoe. Just relax. Take your time. You're quite safe here.
Same.
It's all right, Zoe. Don't try to think about anything. Just let the images come.
And it was definitely in the underpass.
Yeah, I could hear a train above me, and I heard the brakes as it stopped. And there was blood on the wall, and her arms were all scrunched up under her.
Did you see the time?
No, but it felt late. I don't know why, it just did.
But why did it feel like tonight? Why didn't it feel like tomorrow, or yesterday, or maybe next week?
There was a paper on the ground, and it was today's, because it had this picture.
Right. Do you mind if you come with us, just in case anything else comes back?
So you believe me?
We can't afford not to. Come on. You all right?
Has it happened?
No, not yet. Right, there are 2 more trains scheduled for tonight, so it's just a question of waiting, okay? Now, I think you and your dad should stay in the car. It'll be safer. If you think there's anything we need to know, tell White.
2 minutes.
Don't worry. Okay, I'm coming. Everyone stay very low.
Okay.
No, the door's not opening. There's nobody getting out.
Okay, everyone, stand down. There's 1 to go.
Thanks.
It's going to be a bit of a wait, I'm afraid. You okay, Zoe?
It's got to be the next one, hasn't it?
Okay, everyone, this is the last train. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen now. Stand by. Ben?
They're all gone down the underpass.
How many are there?
9 so far, sir. Yeah, definitely 9.
How many coming through the other side? George?
Yeah, that's 7. There must be still 2 in the tunnel. Do you want us to move in?
Okay. Go, go, go.
It's safe! What's happening? Have they got him? Stay there. Come with me. Stand up. It's okay. I told you he'd be there.
He wasn't. It's a false alarm. What? He was a foreign student. He only arrived in the country last week. For most of the attacks, he was in Milan.
He can't have been. I saw
Zoe,
it.
I don't know what your game is, but I intend to find out.
Zoe, I'm off.
Don't you think maybe you should leave her alone?
You all right?
It's gonna happen, I know it is.
Zoe?
No, I got something wrong, that's all. A detail. Maybe the time. But it'll happen. He's gonna do it again. I've seen it.
Morning.
Morning.
Sam, did you get a chance to look at those Amandine proposals?
Sorry, I forgot. I'll do it now, okay?
Well, there isn't time now. We've got to prepare for the departmental meeting at 2. You all right?
I refuse to believe my daughter's a liar.
He should never have taken you to see that Hans woman. Just a Looney Tune.
No.
The net result is you're upset and the police have wasted valuable time. Instead of hanging around a station, they could have been tracking down the rapist.
I want to go and see Dr. Hans again.
Don't be ridiculous.
She helped me. Don't you understand? But I only got half of it. Maybe if I have another go, then maybe she can help me to get the rest. Please, Lou.
She got it right before. How come she did that?
Coincidence.
Or precognition.
Sam, you know there's no scientific basis for that.
I know that.
And anyway, you said that when Gaynor got her to repeat the experience, she came up with something that didn't happen.
Science should be able to prove everything, right?
I'll see you at the meeting.
You don't really believe this stuff, do you?
It's no young or open to new ideas.
Well, that's just it. It isn't new. It's as old as the hills. People thinking they can see into the future. If there's one thing you can predict, it's there'll always be mugs ready to believe in some nutty idea.
Chip off the old block. You're doing very well, Zoe.
Ah, Sam. Gracing us with your presence this afternoon. Right. Let's make a start.
Am I going mad?
Of course not. You've just been frightened by a very silly and irresponsible woman.
The knife was pointed at me, Lou. It was me. He was after me.
Calm down.
But what if it's true?
It's no more true than a nightmare. All the women in Cambridge must be having them about this bastard.
It was so real.
Well, you said that about the last one and nothing happened. So why should this be any different? I'll call Dad when we get back.
No. He'll only think I'm being stupid.
Well, we'll see. You'll feel better once we're home.
I'd like to approach pharmaceutical companies with a view to funding more short-term exploratory research.
Excuse me. Sorry.
That's okay. An obvious candidate would be Melanie's work on amantadine.
Sam, there's a Dr. Gaynor Hans here to see you.
Really?
She says it's urgent.
Right. Can you tell her to speak a couple of minutes?
Sure.
But obviously, if these approaches were to be successful, time would have to be found from existing projects.
Well, I think it's a splendid idea.
you do?
Yes, I think it's time we all diversified.
Melanie?
Well, if Sam agrees, then yes, of course.
Anyone else?
So it's unanimous?
It would appear that way.
Great. Coffee?
Yes, I think we could all do with the break. Back at 1:15.
You don't want to discuss it?
I don't need to. I meant it.
Look, I'm so sorry to interrupt you at your work.
Not at all. It's about Zoe.
Yes, I've just been with her. She came to see me again.
On her own?
No, she was with Louise.
I had no idea.
She's had another experience. I'm not exactly sure what, but she was very upset by it.
Right. What happened?
Well, I really don't know. She wouldn't tell me. So I put them both in a cab and I sent them off home, but I thought that you should know. Even if you do think it's all mumbo-jumbo.
No, it's very kind of you. Thank you.
I think Zoe is an exceptionally gifted young woman. She shouldn't be ignored.
I agree.
Right. Well, I'll leave you to it then.
Let me show you out.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Put the bolts across.
Okay. So right, I'm starving. How about some scrambled egg?
I'm not hungry.
Maybe.
Don't answer it.
Let me see. Who is it?
Me.
Have you got ID?
Yeah, 1 sec. There you go.
Zoe there. Hello, Zoe. Sergeant Forrest.
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Very sensible.
Come in.
Thanks. You must be Zoe's sister. Is your father in?
Oh, he's at the lab.
I'm afraid we've got some bad news.
You found someone, haven't you? You found someone in the underpass.
You got the station wrong, that's all. It was one stop further up.
It's gonna be me.
It's okay.
I'm sorry. We understand we had to tell her. She may still have important information.
Yeah, of course.
This must all be very disturbing for you. Very frightening. Would you prefer if I waited till your father came back?
It's gonna be ages.
All right. Do you mind going back to the beginning for me?
Lou? Hi, darling, it's me. What's been happening?
Zoe was right. There's been another attack.
What? Well, I mean, how do you know?
The police told us. There's a guy called Forrest here now.
Right, okay. You stay there, I'll come straight back.
Okay.
The last attack she saw, it came true. The police are there now interviewing her. I'm sorry, I've got to go. Apologise to Graham, would you?
No, I'll come with you.
And you didn't see anyone? Anyone at all?
Sorry.
Think back to the first time when you saw the woman in the carriage.
There was no one else there.
You sure you weren't there the night of the murder? And maybe earlier?
No! We've been through all this.
Would you like some tea or anything?
That'd be very nice, thank you. Don't worry. Almost there. Zoe. Look, Zoe, I know how distressing this is for you, but there's still some things we need to go over.
Dad doesn't like people to smoke in the house.
All right. Sorry. Zoe. Zoe, I know they gave you a hard time down at the station. Well, that doesn't matter. Whatever they might think. I want you to know that I believe you.
Really?
Absolutely, every word. Which is why it's so important that we go through this again. I've been over and over it in my mind, and I'm sure you're seeing these visions for a reason. Maybe that reason is to help us understand what's behind all this, eh? Now, when you have these visions, what exactly do you see?
The girl on the train. And her eyes. Her eyes staring up at me.
Juliet? She was still alive when you saw her?
Yeah. She was so frightened.
You actually felt what she felt as she lay dying?
No. I mean, I felt frightened by what I saw. How can anyone do that?
I know. Maybe he can't stop himself.
Dad,
You okay? Where is she?
they're in the sitting room.
Did the police tell you what they'd found?
It's just like Zoe said, only one stop further up the line. Dad, I don't understand what's going on.
Okay, darling. I don't either.
Yes, yes, of course. It's the police.
Right, okay. Hello? Yeah. Yeah, well, we already know that. Yeah. Sergeant Forrest? Sergeant Forrest is here. What? Right. Get here as soon as you can. Take Louise outside. Wait for the police.
What's going on?
They only just found the body a few minutes ago. Sergeant Forrest isn't even on the case.
It's him, isn't it? He's the rapist. If she's in there, the rapist.
Sometimes people do things, Zoe. Sometimes things just happen, then there's no going back. I mean, there must have been a time when you did something you wish you hadn't done.
Dad.
Hi, darling. You okay?
Dad, Sergeant Forrest believes me. He believes the vision's real.
Oh, really? Well, I'd be very interested to hear what you make of them. Zoe, why don't you just pop into the kitchen and get the sergeant and the straight, darling?
Dad, why won't you listen? I had another vision. That the rapist attacked me.
It's all right, Zoe.
Yeah, it'll be all right, Zoe. I'm sorry. I just need another moment or two alone with Zoe. It's very important, you see. She's the key. Maybe she understands why he does what he does.
Well, Zoe can't identify him, you know?
She knows him better than anyone else. She sees how they are with him. Sees the pain and the brutality. His suffering. I think it's so special. But he sees how they really are.
Well, maybe if he talked to someone.
He's tried talking to him. He wants to. They never listen. They only think about themselves.
And that's what makes him so angry.
Angry, yeah. He gets so angry and he don't mean to it. And he hurts them. Does terrible things. And it's done. You can't go back. And it's too late.
No, it's not too late. If he wants to stop. Zoe's seen that. He has a choice.
You've really seen that?
No, please!
Keep away. I mean it.
Forrest? For God's sake, Alan, put the knife down. Alan, wait. Look, you don't have to listen to me, but listen to Zoe. She can help, she can understand. Zoe, tell Alan what you've seen. It's okay, darling, you can tell him. Please, Zoe, tell him.
Alan. Alan, it's true. I know you. He didn't want to hurt anyone. You're right. And what you said before about the visions, that's the reason. That's why I had to see them. So that I could help. So that I could help you end this. Alan. Please, Alan. You have to trust me. You said you believed in me. So now you have to believe that it's going to be okay. It's up to you now, Alan. It's up to you.
Go on, take him away. I guess I owe you an apology. Not me. Zoe. You all right, love? She's fine. We'll leave the formalities till tomorrow, yeah? Thank you.
Zoe, why didn't you tell me that you saw yourself?
Didn't think you believe me. I thought you'd think I was being stupid.
Don't be silly.
See?
Are you going to see Gaynor Hands again?
No.
Don't you want to get to the bottom of this?
No, I don't want to know what happened.
I don't think we ever will. We just have to hope that it's all over now.